Okay. Are we going to sing?
Which one first?
Should we introduce them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one do you want to do first?
We can just go down the line if you want, or if you have a favorite or something.
Well, I don't know all the actual names of these.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I was told the names.
Yeah, me neither.
Francie, we're gonna sing. Come here. Come listen. She's already singing. Well, she'll come over when we start singing. Should we just sing in order?
Sure.
Well, okay, this song, don't know the name of it.
No? Okay. What note should we start on?
I don't know. As I was going to school one day to learn my ABCs, I jumped into a Chinese ship to sail the ocean seas. A Chinese man came up to me and said I was a spy, and if I didn't sing a song he'd punch me in the eye. So in the eye he punched me and I began to cry, and all the while I was crying I sang this little song, singing Isli Asli Uja Amba Amba Secha Nora, I diddly ora upon my Nora, wicky wacky woo.
It was early one morning at the break of the day. The cocks were a-crowing and the master did say, Rise up, me young fellows, rise up with a will, for your horses want something their bellies do fill. Now when 4 o'clock comes, boys, then up we do rise, and into the stable we merrily flies. With a rubbing and scrubbing our horses, I'll vow that we're all jolly fellows that follow the plough. At 6 o'clock then to our breakfast we meet, with bread, beef and pork, boys, we heartily eat. With a piece in our pockets, I'll swear and I'll vow that we're all jolly fellows that follow the plough. We harness our horses and out we do go. We trip o'er the clods, boys, as nimble as does. And when we get there all merry and bold, we'll see which of us a straight furrow can hold. Now one day the master he rode up to say, What have you been doing this very long day? You've not ploughed an acre, I'll swear and I'll vow that you're all idle fellows that follow the plough. Well, I stepped up to him and I made this reply, We've all ploughed an acre, you tell a big lie. We've all ploughed an acre, I'll swear and I'll vow that we're all jolly fellows that follow the plough. Well, he turned himself round and he laughed at the joke. Said it's past 2 o'clock, boys, it's time to unyoke. Unharness your horses and well rub 'em down, and I'll bring you some ale in a jug that is brown. So all you young fellows, wherever you be, come take this advice and be ruled by me. Fear not your master, for I'll swear and I'll vow that we're all jolly fellows that follow the plough.
Bolakins was a very fine mason as ever laid stone. He built a fine castle and pay he got none. Where is the gentleman, is he at home? He's gone to Marion, visit his son. Where is the lady? Is she at home? She baby's upstairs sleeping, said the foster to him. How will we get her down such a dark night as this? We'll stick the little baby full of needles and pins. They stuck the little baby full of needles and pins. The foster shoe on Bolakins he sang, while blood and tear the cradle did run. Daughter Betsy climbed up in the tarot so high, and saw her father come riding hard by. Oh father, can you blame me? Oh, Bolakins has killed your baby. Oh father, can you blame me? Oh, Bolakins has killed your lady. They hung old Bolakins to the sea gallows tree, and tied the foster to the stake of standby.
À la claire fontaine m'en allant promener, j'ai trouvé l'eau si belle que je m'y suis baigné. Il y a longtemps que je t'aime, jamais je ne t'oublierai. Sous les feuilles d'un chêne, je me suis fait sécher. Sur la plus haute branche, le rossignol chantait. Il y a longtemps que je t'aime, jamais je ne t'oublierai. Chante, rossignol, chante, toi qui as le cœur gai. Tu as le cœur à rire, moi je l'ai à pleurer. Il y a longtemps que je t'aime, jamais je ne t'oublierai. J'ai perdu mon ami sans l'avoir mérité, pour un bouquet de roses que je lui refusais. Il y a longtemps que je t'aime, jamais je ne t'oublierai. Je voudrais que la rose fût encore un rosier, et que ma douce amie fût encore à m'aimer. Il y a longtemps que je t'aime, jamais je ne t'oublierai. Il y a longtemps que je t'aime, jamais je ne t'oublierai.
In Bantry town in the county down, one morning last July, down a boring green came a sweet colleen, and she smiled as she passed me by. She looked so neat from her two bare feet to the sheen of her nut brown hair. Such a fetching elf, said I to myself, and I don't do the rest of the line. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town, no maid have I seen like the brown colleen that I met in the county down. At the harvest fair she'll be surely there, with me shoes shone bright and me hat cocked right, for the downs of the county down. No pipe I'll smoke and no horse I'll yoke, till my plough be with rust-coloured brown, and the smiling bride by my own fireside is the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town. No maid have I seen like the brown colleen that I met in the county down.
An old crow sat upon an oak, derry, 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 day-co. An old crow sat upon an oak, watching a tailor sew his cloak, sing hi-ho, Carrion Crow, derry, 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 day-co. Oh, wife, bring me my old bent bow, derry, 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 day-co. Oh, wife, bring me my old bent bow, that I might shoot yon carrion crow, sing hi-ho, Carrion Crow, derry, 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 day-co. So the tailor shot and he missed his mark, derry, 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 day-co. The tailor shot and he missed his mark, shot his old sow bang through the heart, sing hi-ho, Carrion Crow, derry, 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 day-co. Oh, wife, bring brandy in a spoon, derry, 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 day-co. Oh, wife, bring brandy in a spoon, the old sow's fallen down in a swoon, sing hi-ho, Carrion Crow, derry, 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 day-co. The old sow died and the bells did toll, derry, 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 day-co. The old sow died and the bells did toll, and the little pigs prayed for the old sow's soul, sing hi-ho, Carrion Crow, derry, 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 day-co.
Oh, Peggy Gordon, you are my darling. Come, sit you down upon my knee, and tell to me the very reason why I have been slighted by thee. I put my head to a cask of brandy. It was my fancy, I do declare, for when I'm drinking, I'm never thinking or wishing Peggy Gordon was near. I wish I was in some lonesome valley, where womankind cannot be found, and those pretty little girls with all their voices, their different songs, they make different sounds. I wish I was in Pennsylvania, where the marble stones are black as ink, and all those birds in all their voices. I'll sing no more until I've had my drink. But Peggy Gordon, you are my darling. Come, sit you down upon my knee, and tell to me the very reason why I have been slighted by thee.
Villemann gikk seg til storen nå, ei fagraste lindeløv i alle. Han ville finne gularpar slå, så de runene de lysta han å vinne. Villemann tala til smådrengen sin, ei fagraste lindeløv i alle. Du henter med harpa i raude gullskrin, for de runene de lysta han å vinne. Han leika med lente, han leika med list, hei fagraste lindeløv i alle. Så fuglen stilna på tagen han det kvist, for de runene de lysta han å vinne. Han leika med lente, han leika med gny, hei fagraste lindeløv i alle. Det gjalla i berg og det runga i sky, for de runene de lysta han å vinne. Men da steg trollet oppår djupaste sjø, hei fagraste lindelau i alle. Det gjalla i berg og det runga i hø, for de runene de lyste han å vinne. Da slo han si horpe til bånds i si harm, hei fagraste lindelau i alle. Og utvinne kraftig år trollinnes arm, for de runene de lyste han å vinne.
You start, Doug and I. Nobis, Pacem, Pacem, Dona, Nobis, Pacem, Dona, Nobis, Pacem, Pacem, Dona, Nobis, Pacem.
Lord Lovel, he stood at his castle gate, a-combing his milk-white steed, when up came Lady Nancy Bell, to wish her lover good speed, to wish her lover good speed. "Oh, where are you going, Lord Lovel?" she said. "Oh, where are you going?" cried she. "I'm going away, Lady Nancy Bell, strange countries for to see, see, strange countries for to see." "How long will you be gone, Lord Lovel?" she said. "How long will you be gone?" cried she. "In a year or 2 or 3 at the most, I'll return to my Lady Nancy, see, I'll return to my Lady Nancy." He had not been gone but a year and a day, strange countries for to see, when a strange thought came into his head. He'd go and see Lady Nancy, see, he'd go and see Lady Nancy. He rode and he rode on his milk-white steed, till he came to London town, and there he heard the church bells ring, and the people all mourning around, round, and the people all mourning around. "Now who is dead, Lord Lovel?" he said. "Now who is dead?" said he. An old woman said, "Some lady is dead, and they call it her Lady Nancy, see, and they call it her Lady Nancy." And he ordered the grave to be opened wide, and the shroud to be turned around, and then he kissed her cold clay cheeks, till the tears came trickling down, down, till the tears came trickling down. Lady Nancy, she died as it might be today. Lord Lovel, he died as tomorrow. Lady Nancy, she died out of pure grief. Lord Lovel, he died out of sorrow. Lord Lovel, he died out of sorrow. The one was buried in the lower chancel, the other was buried in the higher. rose, from the other a gillyflower, flower, flower, from the other a gillyflower. And there they grew and turned and twined, till they gained the chancel top. And there they grew and turned and twined, and tied in a true lover's knot, 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 and tied in a true lover's knot.
I am dwelling on the mountain where the golden sunlight gleams, o'er a land of wondrous beauty, far exceeds my fondest dreams, where the air is pure thrill, laden with the breath of flowers. They are blooming by the fountain, 'neath the amaranthine bowers. Is not this the land of Beulah, blessed, blessed land of light, where the flowers bloom forever, and the sun is always bright?
I dreamed a dream the other night. Lowlands, lowlands away, my John. I dreamed a dream the other night. My lowlands away. I dreamed I saw my own true love. Lowlands, lowlands away, my John. I dreamed I saw my own true love, my lowlands away. And then I knew my love was dead. Lowlands, lowlands away, my John. And then I knew my love was dead, my lowlands away. Oh, she was green and wet with weeds. Lowlands, lowlands away, my John. Oh, she was green and wet with weeds, my lowlands away. I dreamed a dream the other night. Lowlands, lowlands away, my John. I dreamed a dream the other night. My lowlands away.
Margoft þangað mörk og grund mig að fangi draga, sem þær anga út við sund eftir langa daga. Bundinn gestur að ég einna best ég gleymi, meðan sest á sumri hér, sól í vestur heimi. Ekki margt sem foldar frið fegur skarta lætur, eða hjartað unir við eins og bjartar nætur. Kvikt vallum sveit né sjá svo að kalla megi. Raddir allar þagna þá þegar hallar degið. Sopnar ló löng og mjó, ljós á flóa deyja. Verður ró víðan sjó, vötn og skógar þegja. Hérna brunnu blómamunn, brosin sunnar viður. Nú að grunni út junn hún runnin niður. Stjörnur háum stólum frá, stafa bláan ósinn. Út við sjáaristu brá, eftir dáin ljósinn. Utan bíður óttu tíð, ægis fríðu dætur. Þar sem víði sveipar síð, sólum blíðar nætur. Njólu aldinn mar út hjá Póli gaman. Árdags sól og aftan þar eiga stóla saman. Þeim yndi út sjá, yfir lindum bláum. Skýjum binda stormum á, eða tindum háum. Blómin væn þar svæfir sín, sumar blænum þýðum. Yst í sænum eyjan mín, iðja græn í hlíðum. Sléttu bæð og horni hjá, heldur græðir anda. Meðan hæðir allar á, aftan klæðum standa. Ekki nóttin leið né löng, landið rótt þar bíður. Meðan hljótt sævar söng, sólum óttur ýður. Ægis dætur hafsbrún hjá, hárið væta langa, sem hún lætur líðast frá, ljósrar nætur vanga. Sóley kær úr sævi skjótt, sunnan kæra líður. Sé þér blær bjarta nótt, bæði vær og þýður.
Who threw the overalls in Mrs. Murphy's chowder? Nobody else, so I'll shout it even louder.
It's an Irish trick.
It's an Irish trick, I know, and I'll catch the mick that throw.
The Irish
Mrs. Murphy's chowder.
Oh my God, I used to know that whole thing.
You used to know it?
Yeah.
Want me to stop? You sing.
In the spot, she found a pair of overalls in the bottom of the pot. Tim Nolan got rippin' mad. His eyes were bulging out. He jumped up on the piano and loudly he did shout, "Oh,
who threw the overalls in Mrs. Murphy's chowder?"
Nobody spoke, so he shouted all the louder. It's an Irish trick, that's true. I can lick the mick that threw the overalls in Mrs. Murphy's chowder. So we dragged the pants from out of the soup and laid them on the floor. Each man swore upon his breast he'd ne'er seen them before. They were plastered up with mortar and were worn out at the knee. They'd had their many ups and downs, as we could plainly see. When Mrs. Murphy, she came in, so she began to cry and pout. She'd had them in the wash that day and forgot to take them out. Tim Nolan, he excused himself for what he'd said that night. So we put the music to the words and sang with all our might. Oh, who put the overalls in Mrs. Murphy's chowder? Nobody knows, so we shouted even louder. It's an Irish trick that's true. I can lick the mick that threw the overalls in Mrs. Murphy's chowder.
Hai, Catrina, și ne arată, măi,
Cum jucai când erai fată, măi.
hai
Stânga unu, dreapta doi, că așa-i hora pe la noi, măi, șai, diri-diri-dira.
Hai, Catrina, și ne arată, măi,
Cum jucai când erai fată, măi. Stânga unu, dreapta doi, că așa-i hora pe la noi, măi, șai, diri-diri-dira.
Ich gehe mit meiner Laterne und meine Laterne mit mir. Dort oben leuchten die Sterne, hier unten leuchten wir. Mein Licht geht aus, wir gehen nach Haus, rabimme, rabamme, rabum. Mein Licht geht aus, wir gehen nach Haus, rabimme, rabamme, rabum. Ich gehe mit meiner Laterne und meine Laterne mit mir. Dort oben leuchten die Sterne, hier unten leuchten wir. Mein Licht ist klein, ich geh allein, rabimme, rabamme, rabum. Mein Licht ist klein, ich geh allein, rabimme, rabamme, rabum. Hey ho, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey oh, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. And in that bog there is a tree, an old tree, a rattling tree, the tree in the bog and the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey oh, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey oh, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. And on that tree there is a branch, a great branch, a rattling branch, the branch on the tree and the bog and the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey, oh, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey, oh, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. On that branch there is a twig, a great twig, a rattling twig, the twig on the branch and the branch on the tree and the bog and the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey, oh, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey ho, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. On that twig there is a nest, a great nest, a rattling nest, the nest on the twig and the twig on the branch and the branch on the tree in the bog and the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey oh, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey oh, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. In that nest there is an egg, a great egg, a rattling egg, the egg in the nest on the twig and the twig on the branch and the branch on the tree on the bog and the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey oh, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey oh, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. In that egg there is a bird, a great bird, a rattling bird, the bird in the egg and the egg in the nest and the nest on the twig on the branch and the branch on the tree in the bog and the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey oh, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey oh, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, oh.
I sang of leaves of gold, and leaves of gold there grew. Of wind I sang a wind there came, and in the branches blew.
Beyond the sun, beyond the moon, the foam was on the sea, and by the strand of Villemann there grew a golden tree, where long the golden leaves have grown upon the branching years, while here beyond the sundering seas now fall the elven tears. O Lorien, the winter comes, the barren leafless day. The leaves are falling in the stream, the river flows away. O Lorien, too long I've dwelt upon this hither shore, and in a fading crown have twined the golden Eleanor. But if of ships I now should sing, what ship would come to me? What ship would bear me ever back across so wide a sea?
shoe your little foot? Who will glove your hand? And who will kiss your ruby lips? When I'm an foreign land, the storms are on the ocean, and rolling goes the sea, and the earth may lose its motion while ere I prove false to thee. Papa can chew my little foot, Mama can glove my hands, and friends can kiss my ruby lips till you return again. Your papa can chew your little foot, Mama can glove your hand, but none can be your babe's father while I'm in a foreign land. Oh, if I had a sailing ship and men to sail with me, I'd go today to my true love, who will not come to me. Her father gave her a sailing ship and sent her to the strand. She took her baby on her lap and turned her back on land. She had not been to sea 3 months. I'm sure it was not 4 till she landed her sailing ship right at her true love's door. And the night was black and the wind blew cold, and her lover was sound asleep, and the baby in Granny's arms began to cry and weep. And long she stood at her true love's door and jingled at the ring. At last his mother, she rose from bed, but would not let her in. Open the door, my own true love, or rise and let me in. For the wind blows through my yellow hair, and dewdrops are my chin. Open the door, my old true love. Open the door, I pray, for your young child that's in my arms will be dead before its day. Oh, don't you recall Granny said when we sat down to dine? We stripped the rings from our fingers, and the best of the rings was mine. Go away, you will wander, for here you cannot stay. Go and drown yourself in the ocean deep, or hang on the gallows tree. Her true love rose from out his bed right beside my bed. And there was a woman at the door, baby in her arms, but I wouldn't let her in the house for fear she'd do the harm. Oh, quick like he rose and fast ran to the strand, and there he saw his fair Annie sailing from the land. And it's hey Annie, oh Annie, and Annie speak to me. But the louder he cried Annie, the louder roared the sea. And the wind grew loud, the sea grew rough, and the ship was broken twain. And soon he saw his own true love come floating o'er the main. Saw his baby in her arms, both tossed upon the tide, and he wrung his hands so fast he ran, and he plunged into the tide. The storms are on the ocean, and rolling goes the sea. The earth may lose its motion low, ere I prove false to
Would you do some of the verses unaccompanied?
Yeah, sure. And I don't like that text isn't quite where I want it to be. Just looking at it, because it should go right here where she says,
Well, why don't you do
or
a few
hang
of
on
those
the
verses
gallows
then?
tree.
Why don't you do 3 or 4 where that ought to go then, without
Okay.
accompaniment?
Well, I think for me, she should say it's like the last thing she says. Oh, open the door, my old true love. Open the door, I pray, for your young child that's in my arms be dead before its day. Oh, don't you recall her Annie said, when we sat down to dine, we stripped the rings from our fingers, and the best of the rings was mine. Go away, Villemann, for here you cannot stay. Go and drown yourself in the ocean deep, or hang on the gallows tree. The storms are on the ocean, and rolling goes the sea. The earth may lose its motion, love, ere I prove false to thee. That's where I think it should go. Or it could go like one of the lines, but I think that's the place where I want to put it.
I think it's better without accompaniment.
Well, probably is.